Good day, everyone. I'm JC John or Pinky N, a student under the MIS program of the University of the Philippines Open University. And today I'll be presenting my final project for IS226 Web Information Systems. Today we're going to be learning about the system design, testing and security measures, the demo of my project, and the alignment of the implemented system with my chosen SDG. So for the sustainable development goal, I've chosen goal number 16, which is to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. So I have decided to create a website accessible around the world for Filipinos that provides access to legal support, volunteer peace promoting opportunities, real life success stories, which we can emulate for a safer world. So, for the system design, I have used GitHub for file repository and GitHub pages for static site hosting service. This allows me to host a website directly from a repository on GitHub. I chose this because it is free for static personal projects, and the platform is in fact world class as this is also used by Netflix, Adobe, and Facebook. I also used Microsoft Copilot to create bare bones HTML template, which was then heavily customized based on our layout. Canva was also utilized for wireframes and for this presentation. Notepad plus was used to edit and maintain our HTML code and pages. Edge and Chrome browsers were also used to test our website under Android and Windows 11 environments. I also used pixels.com to gather royalty-free and copyright-free photos and credited the photographers in our assignment number 4 output and our YouTube description. For our static and modern website, we'll need a modern operating system like Windows 7 or later, and a basic dual-core processor such as Intel Celeron. We also have to ensure that we have at least 4 gigs of RAM, a minimal storage, and a modern updated web browser such as Chrome or Edge for compatibility and security. A stable internet connection with low bandwidth is sufficient since the focus is on showcasing text and images. Due to device availability, Mac OS and Safari testing is not implemented, but this is a web based application, so they should be able to access our website with no problems. For the mobile system requirements, we're going to need an Android device with modern smartphone or tablet processor. At least 2 gigs of RAM is needed, and 3 gig is more recommended for a smoother experience, and minimal storage is sufficient. A modern web browser such as Mobile Chrome and a stable mobile data or Wi Fi connection with low bandwidth will handle text and images seamlessly. Again, due to device availability, iOS and mobile Safari testing was not implemented. This database design is like a digital library system for managing our GitHub repository. Users log in to create and organize repositories, which act as shelves for storing content like HTML and image files. Each repository has branches, like sections to manage different versions, and these branches can host deployment instances that act like events or showcases. Deployments link to the public GitHub pages, which serve as display areas for the content. The design ensures everything is systematically stored, tracked, and easily accessible for efficient management. HTTPS secures our website by encrypting the data exchanged, preventing anyone from spying or making unauthorized changes. GitHub Pages lets me enable HTTPS, ensuring all HTTP traffic is automatically redirected to the secure connection. For the first layer of security, if anyone wants to access the backend of the website, they need to sign up for a GitHub account. And not all users who have a GitHub account can access our files, as they would need to be approved or assigned access to our repository. This is our second layer of defense. As of the moment, I can only access the repository, but in the future, when I work with a team, any developer with deployment rights can upload updated website files to our production environment. This ensures that our system will continue to scale based on our resources and needs. As a security measure, GitHub tracks every change we made to our website files so we can undo mistakes. Git lets us see the entire timeline of our changes, decisions, and progression of our project in one place. We performed functional testing to ensure that every interactive element on a website, such as buttons, links, forms, and navigation menus, works as intended and processes user actions correctly. It also verifies that data displays accurately, error messages appear when needed, and page redirections lead to the correct destinations. So one of the sample test bug findings that we had was that the logo, when clicked, did not lead to the home page. There was also no home link in our main menu, and the banner links did not work as intended. One of the layout issues when we performed integration testing and responsive design testing was that some of the texts were pushed down and the elements are no longer readable. Copilot suggested changes to our CSS codes for a mobile friendly version. And after debugging in Notepad, we used a mobile view switcher by Leonardo Compson. It is an Edge browser extension to simulate the code changes. So here is another set of bug findings that we had. So the colors and fonts are not cohesive and impactful. Images are too long, which pushes some of the contents way below the screen real estate, and the logo itself did not blend to our header. So here were the recommendations that we done to change our and improve our website. So we maximized the logo's color for branding, which is teal, and based on our research, teal has psychological effects such as emotional balance, and in some cultural contexts, it symbolizes healing and protection. We've also resized banner photos for uniformity. All the banners are now approximately 1000 pixels, and we've even implemented a web safe font, which is trebuchet all throughout the websites. We also performed page loading tests using pagespeed.web.dev website, and we've gained a score of 82 out of 100 in terms of performance. And we also used another tool, which is Pingdom, and gained a performance grade of 80, page size of 1 MB, and load time of 609 milliseconds. And here's a demo of the actual implementation of our system from the wireframes to coding, testing, deployment, and the live version. Here are our wireframe designs using Canva. And here is the full result of the Pingdom speed test. Here's the full page results of our page speed insights test. And here is our GitHub repository dashboard with all the files that we have uploaded under our repository. And these are the deployment logs that we've had in the past, and this is the latest one. Here is the source code of our web pages. This is for the index or home page. This is for the get involved page. For the success stories page. For just this page. And for contact page. And here's the actual websites that start with the home page. For the get involved, let's try the banners. For our success stories, for our access to justice page, and lastly, for our contact pages, I embedded a Google Forms contact. Okay. Yeah, so I've created a one-stop shop website called Peaceful World as a response to goal number 16 of the Sustainable Development Goals. It is accessible around the world for Filipinos to provide access to legal support and resources that empower our citizens of their rights. It also contains pages that encourage us to volunteer and engage in peace promoting opportunities and events, whether online or offline, and real life success stories from around the world that we can use to model our society for a peaceful Philippines. Thank you so much for watching.